Hello internet, this is Olin from What I'm Listening To. I'm still laying in bed, but in a different bed. I've moved, officially. I'm out of the old apartment into a new, which is exciting. We have a lot of unpacking to do, and that includes the CDs, which it's a whole ordeal, but you know, I can't really do it now because I need furniture to house everything else, and it's a process. With that, I'm also quarantined like the rest of everybody else. But while I am in quarantine, I didn't want to leave you all hanging, so we're going to film another quick vlog. Roll the intro. For today's vlog, I am going to talk about the contents here in this box. What is inside here are the very few cassettes that I own in my collection. I'm doing this vlog because, well, this is really the only easily accessible thing that I can get to and talk about music. Otherwise, I'm just busting into boxes. But again, that's a whole ordeal and I don't want to even go there. So we're gonna dive into the contents of this box, see what we got here. Let's get started. So the first cassette I have here, I have absolutely talked about in another video in the past. This is my bootleg copy of Flying Saucer Attack's PA Blues. I will be talking about this album extensively in an upcoming video that I still need to edit, but for now we'll stick with this. When I was collecting all the Flying Saucer Attack albums, for the longest time, this was the only thing of theirs that I did not have. It was released as a very, very limited quantity CDR, and at some point someone was courteous enough to make 100 copies of this. It's a bootleg, but you were still able to easily get it for a fairly cheap price and therefore listen to the contents. You can even see that on here, oh, is it gonna focus? Yep, there it is. This is 54 out of 100 copies. And when I got this, this was prior to being able to listen to the album on Bandcamp or really any streaming service. So this was such a mysterious album for me, and I really, really, really wanted it. So when I found this, I was stoked. Of the Flying Saucer Attack albums in the discography, this is definitely one of the more experimental ones. It collaborates 4 tracks, all taken from live recordings, demos, what have you. Just miscellaneous stuff that Dave Pierce had laying around, and it's the noisiest, spaciest, most out there recordings you can possibly imagine. Like I said, I will talk about this album more extensively in another video that I still have to edit. Spoiler, I have the real thing, but that's all I'll say. In the meantime, before I got that, I got this. And I'm hanging on to it because it's just kind of a fun little artifact to have. It's one of the few cassettes I have in my collection. The next cassette I have here, this one is local stuff actually. This is a band called DIYNOSAUR. An old friend of mine gave this to me as a birthday gift. He is a huge fan of this band. In fact, it might even be his friend's band. At the time I got this, people were just giving me random CDs or cassettes or recommendations because they knew that I was a music guy and they knew I was always interested in finding new stuff. So because my friend was super into this band, he thought, hey, maybe he'll like them. So he gave me this cassette along with 2 CDRs that are boxed up somewhere. The way to describe this is it's very, very primitive, weird electronic music. I'll be honest, I really haven't listened to much of this. I've played it maybe a handful of times, but really only had it on in the background. I'll leave a link to their Bandcamp in the description below for you guys to check it out. Yeah, I might actually have to bust this out and re-listen to it again on a stereo because it's been a while since I've heard this. All I remember is it's very, very weird. The next cassette I have here, I actually don't really have... Oh god, it's falling apart. Hang on a sec. I really don't know much about this at all, or where I got it. but it looks like it's by a band called Bad Bad. I have a couple theories as to where I got this. This could be another cassette that was given to me by the same friend who gave me the DIYNOSAUR cassette. Pretty sure that's the case. Either or, I really don't know where I got this. And to be honest with you, I have no idea what this sounds like. So after I'm done recording this, I will do a little digging on the internet, and if I find a link to this on YouTube or a Bandcamp, I will leave it in the description below. So check that out for more information. The next item in the box here actually looks like is not a cassette, but I'm going to talk about it because it was in the box. This is an obscure little USB card by a person named Glockabelle. Glockabelle was this amazing artist that opened up for Khaki King when I saw them way back when. When I saw this show, I had really no idea what to expect from this girl. She came out and there was maybe like 12 of us in the audience, and she started playing this extremely insane, bonkers, fast-paced electronica music that was like if Lightning Bolt had a keyboardist instead of a bassist. Needless to say, I was blown away by it, and I loved every moment of it. It was so weird, it was so charming, it was just such an incredible experience. And the only kind of merch she had was this card, which features her 4-track EP. Once again, I will leave a link in the description to her Bandcamp. Totally worth checking out this girl. Follow her on Instagram too, she is amazing. Let's hope that she makes more music in the future. And the last item I have for you today, oh, this one's falling apart. So this is a cassette by a band called The Strange Land. This cassette is the reason why I'm recording this video. Out of the blue, I remembered this band, and I went and I re-listened to this album and was totally blown away by it. It is this crazy, spacey punk band. Kind of reminds me of the bands Man or Astro Man, but not quite as surf rocky, not quite as comedic. It's just a full-on punk band with all these kind of sci-fi spacey sounds. I got this cassette from a random friend of mine when I was working at the coffee shop in my hometown. He was a new hire, and we were kind of getting to know each other. We were talking about music, and he goes, "Oh man, I have a cassette that I think you might dig." Since then, I bought it on Bandcamp, and it's been a very long time since I have listened to this, but now that it's in my memory bank, and now that I'm in quarantine and have a lot of time in my hands, I'm going to listen to this again and again and again. Link in the description to check out this band's Bandcamp. This case has seen better days. It's kind of falling apart in my hands, but you know what? Whatever. I'm hanging on to it. Alrighty then, internet, that does it for me. Thank you so very much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It'll show me the support and I'll love your face for it. I hope you all are safe. I hope you all are healthy. Keep washing those hands. Stay away from society until this all blows over. And whenever that comes, I will be back making more videos, hopefully. So, this is Olin from What I'm Listening To, signing out. Goodbye.